is Dominic's seller financing deal. Now, some of you have heard me present on this before, but this is just reaffirming what the breakdown is on what you need to know in order to be able to kind of the sequence. And I'm going to dive further into these in this month. Those of you that are Foundation and Framework members, I'm actually going to be putting together a cold calling or prospecting time on Friday. Those of you that have access to Foundation Framework, I'm going to be setting up that time. Those of you who want to hear how I cold call and how I do this, the prospecting, I'm going to go through that so that way we can see if we can find us a deal in December. That will be one of my goals for us to go through and analyze an actual real case study on a real deal. So let's get going. Knowledge. So when I first got into this real estate investing, there were an array of different things I learned in real estate investing when I did my first course. I did a course back in 2003, and during 2003, here's kind of what my breakdown was. So I got into loans in 1997. I learned about investing in 2003, and then in 2004, I did my first deal. So as you can see, within a 12-month period, and actually it was 7 months, I studied, and then I came across my first deal. Now, my deal found me. Somebody came up to me and asked me about what I'm looking to do with investing and stuff, and if I buy properties. So as you learn and put yourself out there, the deals come to you. They really do, if you're ready for them. So let's talk about this. So when I did my first course, I took a course that showed me everything about real estate investing. That was great because it gave me an idea of everything that there is, from tax liens to pre-foreclosures to buying short sales to fixing and flipping, buying rentals, and you name it. There was multiple things on top of multiple things. But what I wish would have happened is I wish I would have gotten one area that I could focus on, because I was all over the place like most investors are. You buy these $10,000, $20,000 programs. Well, I spent $6,000 on this one here. So number one, I wanted to learn about buying creatively. So my first tip would have been to focus on whatever it is that you want to do. So if you want to do seller financing, you need to find out what are the ways of doing seller financing, number one. How many different ways can you do it? And then of those ways, maybe pick one or two ways that you can focus on. So for me, I started focusing on lease options. That was my first introductory to that. So I learned about lease options. I learned about how to be able to buy with lease options. I learned how to be able to sell with lease options, and how to stay in the transaction by using a lease options. How many of those of you that are on this call have used lease options? Just let me know if I've used lease options before. I know that some of you have used them, but go ahead again if you've used them. What I learned though is I graduated to subject to. So subject to is a different way of controlling the property itself, where your lease option is you have a lease that says, hey, I'm able to rent this property for this amount for this period of time, and basically you're following a lease like you would be renting a property.